Yes.
Right,
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. So let's go to this SQL Server. So we'll discuss about system databases. Okay. We'll discuss about the system databases. So what are the system databases we have in SQL Server? How many system databases we can see? How many system databases we can't see? And what are the uses of each system database? Okay. Right. So we'll discuss all these things in this session. Okay. Fine. So when you install SQL Server, by default, you will get how many system databases, guys?
Four, sir.
Four.
Five,
Five.
sir.
Okay. Four you can see here. Okay. Actually, you will get five system databases, guys. When you install SQL Server, okay, you will get five system databases. There are total five system databases. Okay. One is master, model, MSDB, TempDB, and finally resource database, which is hidden database that you cannot see in the management studio. Okay. So let's discuss one by one what master will do. Okay. Listen carefully. Right? Right? Okay. Master database. So what master will do, guys? Okay. Master is one of the core system database. Master is one of the core system database. So it's a heart of the SQL server. Okay, master is the heart of the SQL server, guys. Everything, everything related to SQL server, okay, will be stored in the master database only. Okay. So guys, people generally will have a tendency that all the databases will be stored in the master. No, no. Master is separate. Other user databases separate, guys. In one database, it don't store any database, guys. As per the physical hierarchy, you remember, in SQL servers, we will have databases. In databases, we will have data file groups, and in that data files, and in that extents, and in that pages. People will generally think that in master, all the other databases will be there. No, that is completely wrong perception. Okay. Master is a separate database, user databases is a separate database. But master knows about all the databases. Master knows about all the databases. Okay. Master knows about all the databases. All the databases in the sense, master knows the
All system database and
uh, all the other databases, system and other databases means all the other system database and user databases. All the other database data file and log file locations. Okay. Master knows all the other system database. This master knows model DB, where it was stored, where the data file of model DB is stored, where the log file of model DB is stored. Same MSDB data file log file, TempDB data file log file, Dell production data file log file, Insta sales log file data file, IPL data file log file, SRH data file log file. This information will be stored in the master database. Is it clear, guys? Master knows other system databases and user databases, data files and log file locations. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Very important interview question. They will ask you about the
yes,
system databases. Pakka interview question this is. Okay. Master is one of the core system database. It's a heart. Sorry. It's a heart of the SQL server. Everything related to SQL Server will be stored in the master database. Master knows about all the database names, their locations and all. Master knows, master will store the SQL Server configurations. SQL Server configurations means settings, configurations. Master will store the SQL Server configurations. Information also will be stored in the master. And logins information will be stored in the master, guys. Passwords information will be stored in the master. So if master is corrupted, tell me guys, if master is corrupted, can you start the SQL server?
No.
No.
SQL server won't be up and running, guys. If something happened to master database, SQL server won't be up and running. As it is an object, there is a chance that objects can be corrupted at any point of time. So if master is, why? Because I'll tell you the simple reason. All the system databases are mandatory. If all the system databases are online, then only SQL Server will be online, which is up and running. If master is down, other system database cannot be up and running, right? Other system databases cannot be online, right? If other system databases are not online, SQL Server also won't be up and running, guys. Is it clear now? What is the importance of master? Is it clear? Master is the brain of the SQL Server or heart of the SQL Server. Very important system database. Among all the system databases or the user databases, master is the top system database, okay, which will store everything about the master SQL Server, guys. SQL Server related configuration related data, all the logins, users, their passwords related data will be stored in the master database. If there is no master database, there is no SQL Server. If master is corrupted at any point of time, SQL Server won't be up and running, guys. Clear? Is it clear about master database, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
clear.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So now let's go to the second system database, which is model. Okay. Model database. So model will act as a
Template.
template, very good, for the newly created databases. Model house, you know, right? What is the meaning of model house? Model house. What is the meaning of model house, guys?
It's a predefined
It's
Model
a
house is like an
new,
example, an
new kind
ideal
of model.
Correct. It's the same replica of the house that you are going to purchase, right? So same, this is how the house will be. For example, you are planning to purchase a house. You don't know, you can't imagine how that will be, how the output will be. So there will be a model house in that layout. You can go and check the model house. If you want, it's good. If you can tell them that you can follow the same model house, or else you can give your suggestions. You can do some modifications, changes, and all. So modifications means, I mean to say, model means it's a replica of your new house. So that based on the model only, they are going to construct your new house. In the same way, when you are creating, yesterday Pallavi, I guess someone asked Risa Shanmukh, okay, when you are creating a new database, I can see some default values from where it is replicating. From where it is replicating, guys? Guess it?
From model.
Some model it is
Model.
replicating. I'll show you the example. Go to the SQL server. What is the model database? If you go to the properties, if you go to file space, see size 8 MB, 8 MB, auto growth 64 MB, 64 MB, path, all these values, okay, options. Some of them are on, some of them are off. From where you are getting all these values, guys? From model only you are getting all these values. You are creating a copy of the model database. When you're, see, I'm trying to create one database. Right click new database. See here. I didn't give any values here. I didn't give 8, 8. I didn't give 64 MB, 64 MB. I didn't give the path where it has to be created. I didn't give these options also. So automatically some of them are false, some of them are true. Okay. And you can see lot of options. From where you are getting all these things? From your model database. If you don't believe, let me show you how much value you can see now. 8 MB, 8 MB, right? 8 MB, 8 MB. This is for new database. I'm going to cancel this. Go to the model database properties. Okay. For example, I'll change this 8 MB to 81 MB. This 8 MB to 79 MB. Okay. And I'm going to change the path also. I'll create a separate path. This PC. Okay. I'm going to create a separate folder, Control Shift N, log files. Okay. Right. Now, I'm going to add this path here. I don't want this path. Okay. So I want this path, guys. You can change the path also, right? You can change it using alter query. Okay, that's okay, not an issue. Okay, using, let me check. It is not allowing. But you can change it using alter query, guys. You can, I'll show you the SQL Server song configuration. For example, I'm giving this, okay. As an example, I'm just changing these two values. Okay, this is the model database. This is the model database. Okay, so now I'm just clicking OK. Right. Now you just refresh it once. Now try to create a new database. Earlier, what is the initial sizes of the data file and log file, guys?
8.
8 MB, 8 MB, right? Now you see here, auto growth. Now, if you don't believe, again, let me go to the model database, system database, model database, properties. Auto growth, what I'll do some changes to auto growth. So I'm going to change to in percentage, 10 percentage. See, now here it is 10 percentage. One is 10 percentage, one is 64 MB. Now, after the change, whatever database you create, all the database will implement those changes, guys. So whatever values, yesterday 83 lines of script is there, right, to create a new database. Lot of options are there from where you are getting all, but you can simply create the database with the three words, create database, database name, from where you are getting all the default values from your model database. So that's why model will act as a template for the newly created databases. Very simple. Model will act as a template for the newly created databases and all. Sometimes in the interviews they will ask you, hey, whatever I'm creating, while creating the new databases, for all the new databases, I should get the data file size as 1 GB and log file size as 512 MB. How to do that? Is my question clear, guys? Whenever I'm creating a new databases, for all the new databases, by default, I should get a data file size as 1 GB, log file size as 512 MB. How can we do that? I don't want to give every database manually, but by default, it has to come. How to do that?
We have to
Change.
give the model.
If you change the properties of the model, all the newly created databases will inherit the same changes from the model. So all the newly created databases will create with the new values. So that is the answer. Yes. So very short discussion on model. Model will act as a template for the newly created databases. Now I have a quick question for all of you. Type your answers in the chat. Huh? Don't tell your answers. If model is corrupted, can I start the SQL server or not? Type your answers in the chat. Yes or no. If you don't know, you can use Inky Pinky Ponky also. No issues. Okay. If model is corrupted, can I start the SQL server or not? Type your answers in the chat quickly. Guess it. No problem. Just guess it. Hmm. Right. Very good. 25 responses I got. Nice. 26. Manjunath, yes. Prasad, no. Raviteja, yes. Shalem, yes. Beza, yes. Anil, we can start. Pooja Shukla, yes. Berhane, yes. We can start. Manjunath, Ram, yes. Sharanu, no. Shankat Naik, start. Ajay Jasti, yes. Chandana, we cannot start. Sudhakar Reddy can't be started. Okay, and others, Pooja, Beza, okay. Raviteja, Kasturi, yes. Pallavi, no. And Deepak, no. Suresh, yes. Suresh Babu, yes. Shankat, yes. Shibin, Jasti. Satish, yes. Anil, yes. Manasa, no. Those who said no, okay, why no? Is it inky pinky ponky no, or you know the answer?
No, actually, as you said, it is a template, right? So I guess
Hmm.
master and all database also will take that template to create. And it is
Hmm.
master is core database, so I think SQL Server won't start.
Hmm. Okay, you are closer to the answer, but that's okay. Yeah. What about others, guys? Any guess? When you
We can
start the,
start, sir,
I have a
because
quick question. Yeah, yeah, Manju, please continue.
no, so might be it's working only, but MSDB is not working means SQL Server we won't start.
So
So Model
MSDB,
DB it's okay,
it's okay for
working.
model DB. Okay, fine.
Sir, as model TB is only a template, so that's why.
Okay, as model DB only template, we can start SQL Server, but we cannot create new databases, right? That is your answer,
Yeah.
Kasturi. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. So when you start the SQL Server, which system database will start first, guys? Just a guess. Just a guess.
Master.
Yes.
Master.
Master.
Pallavi, this is for you. Guess it.
Master, I guess. Yeah,
Master.
master
So
only.
if master started, why? Because I told you the answer is master only for sure. Why? Because if master is online, then only other system databases will come online. This point we discussed, right? So master only will start. So Pallavi, as per your answer, master will start first. So master won't depends on model, right?
Oh, that, okay.
Correct. If master is starting first, it is not depending on model, right? But your answer is somewhat correct. Okay, chalo. So I'll tell you the answer later, guys. Okay, not now. Okay, so of course in this session only. Don't worry. You will get to know. Okay, once we are discussing about all the other system databases. Right. Then MSDB. What is other system database, guys? MSDB. Okay, MSDB. MSDB is an optional system database. Optional means not so important as master model, guys. Okay, MSDB is responsible for automation, guys. Automation, automating the things. Okay, like jobs,
Jobs.
maintenance plans. Okay, log shipping information. Right, I'll tell you what is job, what is maintenance plan, what is log shipping. Okay, and SSIS packages information, SSIS packages information, and what else, guys? Jobs. Okay. So all this information will be stored in the MSDB, guys. Automation related information will be stored in the MSDB. Not so important when compared to other system databases. It's important only, but it's not so important when compared to other system databases. If MSDB is corrupted, can we start the SQL Server? Guess it.
Yes.
Yes.
Guess it. Yes,
Yes, we
yes,
No.
we
can
can. We
start.
can. I told you, right? It's not so important as master model. If MSDB is corrupted, yes, we can start the SQL Server. Okay, we can start the SQL Server, but the automation related thing will be impacted. Okay, we can start the SQL Server. Automation related stuff will be impacted, guys. That is all about your MSDB. I'll give you a quick assignment for all of you. Okay, what is MS stands for in MSDB?
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Tell me, show me your
Microsoft.
creativity. Pull the creativity. Microsoft. Next. MS Subbulakshmi. Huh? Next.
You asked this question in the previous batches.
Yes,
Researched the hell out of it.
a lot of it.
I could not find it anywhere. I've even asked people in the profession, and none of them could tell me what it is.
Okay.
So M is for maybe master. S I don't know. Master.
M is for master. Next. S for
S I don't know. M maybe master.
master. S for student.
So I think there is no abbreviation from
I
I
don't
MS.
think
think it
there's no
stands for
abbreviation.
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Okay. MS for Microsoft. Next.
Maintenance schedule database.
Maintenance schedule. You are closer to the answer, Anil. Hmm? Maintenance.
Multi-source
Microsoft Server
database.
Transaction
System
Database.
What is that? Transaction database.
Maintenance system database.
Maintenance system database. Okay.
If it is close,
Um,
then maintenance is managing.
Maintenance managing system database.
Multi-source database.
Multi-source database. Next.
Maintenance shipping database.
Maintenance shipping database. Where you are going to ship, Shalem?
Maintenance storage database.
Maintenance storage database. Okay, that is your assignment. Okay, so you can just check and
Management
okay.
system.
Management system.
My answer is it doesn't exist.
Yeah, Suresh, Microsoft debugger is not the answer for SQL Server. When you type MS in MSDB, you will get this answer Microsoft debugger. No, that is not the answer. Okay, in the Google you will get it Microsoft debugger, but that is not the answer. Magnetically stabilized database. Santosh Kumar. Very good, very good. Just okay. Pull your creativity, guys. We'll see in the evening. Okay. Maintenance and scheduling database, Chandana. Okay. Fine. Okay. So that is all about your MSDB, guys. MSDB. Okay. So it's mainly it's used for the automation, guys. All the jobs related information. Job means it's a tool for the automation. Job maintenance plan, log shipping, SSS package information, backups, restores information, backups, restores information will be stored in the MSDB. I'll show you. We'll discuss about these tables in future. And if MSDB is corrupted, is as discussed, it's a least system database. So even if MSDB is corrupted, you can still start the SQL Server, but automation related thing and all will be impacted, guys. Okay, right. So next is your TempDB, very important database. Okay, TempDB is very important database. After master, TempDB is the second highest important database, guys. TempDB. So TempDB is a temporary database. All know that temporary database. Okay, TempDB is nothing but temporary database. Yesterday, you remember, right, guys? We used where class, right? So when we used where class, when I apply where condition, it just filtered some rows and it created a temporary table. Where it's created the temporary table, guys?
In the TempDB.
The TempDB only. Yesterday we used a select statement, select star from teams where team ID is equal to 1. We got one record, right? Let me open that again.
Yes.
New query. Guys, what are the other ways to open the database without selecting the database here? We can still get the tables.
You can write the statement, no? Query use and
The
Use
name.
command.
Yeah.
Use MSDB.
You can use this command called use database name. Okay. Use IPL. See here now you can see master, right? When I execute this command, it will be changed to IPL. I didn't change it, guys. I didn't change it. See, I'm using alt X. That's why it was so quick. Use master. Okay. Now see, I'm using alt X, alt plus X. See, it was changed to master. Okay. And what is the other database? SRH. Use SRH. And if you execute, it will be changed to SRH. So you can change the context using GUI, either using this drop down. This is GUI method. If you want a query to change the database, you can use this also. Use the database name. So we'll change the database context using query, guys. So sometimes in the scripts, the users will provide some scripts, right? Dimitri, is my audio clear? I don't know if it's my guys, is my audio clear?
Yeah, it's a little bit
Yes,
low.
yes.
Okay, just check it once.
I can't really get you.
Okay, just rejoin if you are having the issue. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So you can use this command, use database name in the scripts. Sometimes users will provide the script, hey DBA, please execute the script and all. Don't blindly execute the script, guys. Just try to check each and every line. At least you will get to know the small okay technical things, small keywords and all. You will get to know all these things. Just check that. You can see this command, use database. So Instead of changing the database from this database like this, from this GUI part like this, you can also use one command, use SRH, use the database name. So in my scenario, it's IPL, right? So I'm going to open the IPL database using the command. Now, what is the command? Select star from teams, right? Teams. Right. Now, I'm going to like use the keyboard shortcut Alt X. Now I can see this is a table, right? So without using this also, we can still open the table. Any other way? See, now I'm changing.
Database name,
TempDB.
schema
Very
name,
good. Very
table
good.
name.
SRH, right? Very good. So now see here. Now this was changed to SRH. Now if I execute this query, am I going to get the output, guys?
No.
No, it will simply throw you the error invalid object name. Why? Your team's table is created in the IPL, but you are searching this in the SRH. Correct? Now we can still avoid this by doing like this. Okay. So when you are telling your address, what you will tell, guys? Country, state, city, street, layout, apartment. This is the format, right? In the same way, without opening the database also, still you can open the table. You can read the table using this format: database name dot schema name dot table name, guys. This also you can use database name, schema name, table name. Okay. So in this scenario, we got the error, right? See, I'm going to show you the same. Select star from database name. What is the database name, right? IPL. What is the schema name, guys? Yesterday we have seen, right? Default schema. DBO
DBO.
and then teams. Okay. Now you run it. See here. It was SRH actually, but I'm running this on SRH only, but you can still pull the data. Why? You are giving complete name, database name dot schema name dot table name. So without changing the database name here, we can still get the data like this. So if you don't understand, for example, suddenly if you see this, you don't understand what is this and all. Now is it clear, guys? Select star from table name. Table name, you can see three parts. First part is your database name. Second part is your data schema name. Third part is your table name. This is the complete address of the table, guys. Without changing the database here, you can keep any database here. Master you can keep, but still you can execute this query. Okay, you will get the data. Why? Because you gave the complete address of the table, database name dot schema name dot okay table name. So that's why you are able to pull the data using the select query. And if the schema is a default schema, which is DBO, is the default schema, right? If it is a some customized schema, you have to provide the schema. But if it's a default schema like DBO, you can ignore this also. You can simply mention the database named dot dot table name. That also will help you to pull the data, guys. You have to give two dots, database name dot dot table name. That dot dot, it will treat the default schema DBO. But if it is a named schema, like if you see some HR and all in the schema names, you have to provide the name of the schema. If it's a default schema which is DBO, no need to provide. Why? Because in the script, different users will write like different ways. I told you, right, while connecting we have many ways. Some DBS will connect using computer name, some DBS will connect using IP address, some DBS will connect using dot, some DBS will connect using local, some DBS will connect using local host. So you should know all the ways, right? In the same way, while writing the queries, developers, different developers will follow different approaches to open the table. Some people will mention the complete database name, schema name, table name. Some people will mention the use database name and then table name. Some people will mention database name dot dot table name. So you should know, okay, they are pulling the data from a specific table using all these ways. You should know. That's why these are the different ways of pulling the data, guys. Is it clear? Clear? Now see here. Select star from IPL dot dot tables where team ID is equal to 5. Okay. Now you are just pulling this data, Alt X. You can see the team ID. You know that in this table 5 records are there, but I can see only 5th record. Only 1 record I can see. What about other 4 records, guys? Is it deleted?
No, because you are using where
Seen, right?
condition.
Yesterday 83,000 shirts we are filtering. finally we came to 23 sheds. Does it mean in the back end someone is deleting all the sheds for you? No.
No.
It will create a temporary table to store your results. One user is executing like this, another user is executing some other where condition, another user is executing some other where condition, another user is applying some other filters. So where this temporary data will be stored, guys, temporarily? Where it will store? It will store
TempDB.
the TempDB. Okay, so temporary database will be used to store the temporary data or tables. SQL Server will manage the TempDB internally by its own, guys. We don't need to manage anything from TempDB side. We have to follow some configurations as per the SQL Server best practices, recommended practices are there. You have to follow the best practices to configure TempDB. Configuration of TempDB is also important. Not sure, well, during the installation, if you see, okay, there is a separate tab for TempDB. So TempDB is a very crucial database. You have to configure TempDB properly. Then only you can avoid performance issues. If you don't configure TempDB properly, then you will get a lot of performance issues. Okay. So we'll discuss what are the best practices to configure TempDB will be discussed during the performance tuning sessions, guys. Okay. So table variables, cursors, sorting of the data, everything will be done in TempDB only. Sorting of the data, all these things will be okay. You'll get to know all these things slowly. So sorting of the data will be done in okay TempDB only. So is TempDB crucial database, guys, or it's a normal database?
It's a crucial database.
It's a very crucial
Crucial.
data. Now you can see right now the importance of the TempDB. You can see if there is no TempDB, how can you run this? Every time you cannot, if 1 million records are there, if you want to pull one record out of 1 million records without having temporary tables, how can I pull that? Okay, so temporary is a very crucial database. TempDB is a very crucial database, guys. If there is no TempDB, there is no SQL Server. TempDB is very crucial database. After system database, TempDB is a crucial database. TempDB is very crucial database. Okay, if there is no TempDB, if there is no TempDB, there is no SQL Server. There is no SQL Server. Our SQL Server won't be up and running, guys. Right. Now there is a one more important point for TempDB. When you restart SQL Server, a new TempDB will be created. When you restart the SQL Server, a new TempDB will be created, guys. Okay, when you restart the SQL Server, a new TempDB will be created. This is also one more important point. When you restart the SQL Server, every time a new TempDB will be created. Now, Pallavi, guess it. If model is corrupted, can we start the SQL Server or not?
Oh, because TempDB is based on model only.
Very good. Very good. You said master, right? So you have to replace the word called
Yes,
TempDB.
yes.
So
Okay.
when you guys, when you restart, just now we discussed, when you restart SQL, that is the mechanism. That's how Microsoft designed this database. Why? Because that's a temporary database. Nothing has to be stored in the TempDB. And you restart, automatically it will give you a new TempDB. Everything will be cleared. Everything will be cleared and the SQL Server will create a new TempDB every time when you restart. As it's TempDB, so Shanmukh, what about the data? Nothing. It's a TempDB. Temporary database will be stored. Temporary data will be stored in the TempDB. Okay, so nothing will happen. This is the mechanism of SQL Server. So when it is creating, where it has to create? It's creating a new TempDB, right? New TempDB means you should have data file, you should have log file, you should provide the locations where the data file has to be stored, where the log file has to be stored, from where it is getting all these details.
From model only.
From model
model.
only. So if
Model.
model is corrupted, can I create TempDB? Can the temp be
No.
created? If there is no TempDB, can I start the SQL Server?
No.
A is equal to B, B is equal to C, A is equal to
C.
C. If there is no model, can I start the SQL Server?
No.
Is it clear now? Everyone?
Yeah.
If there is no model, TempDB won't be created. If there is no TempDB, SQL Server won't be started. So if
Right.
there is no model, SQL Server won't be started, guys. Is
Won't
it
be
clear
started.
now?
Perfect. Yes.
And what is the sequence when we
I'll tell you, I'll
starting
tell
the
you, I'll tell you,
sequence?
I'll tell you, I'll tell you. Okay, so what is the answer, guys? If model is corrupted, we can't start the SQL Server. Important interview question, guys. Why? Because okay, the TempDB depends on model database every time when you restart the SQL Server. So if there is no TempDB, there is no TempDB, there is no SQL Server. So if there is no model, there is no SQL Server, guys. There is no model DB, SQL Server won't be started. Won't be started, guys. Okay. Guys,
Shan,
are we good? Yes, yes, please.
could you please explain TempDB? What is the importance? I could not get.
No, I don't explain the whole thing. Where you are stuck, just tell me.
Actually, I mean, we have main database. Even though we have main database, what is the use of TempDB?
That's what.
If
That's
there is
what.
no TempDB, we can't.
That's what.
We can get from main database. What
Temporary
you told
tables
us.
can you store in the main database? What is the main use of the TempDB? We can store it for temporary tables. Okay. For temporary table purposes and all, like just now we discussed. See, I can happily explain again, no issues. But if you ask me to explain the complete topic, that will be difficult. We will stuck at here only. It will take 6 months. If you stuck at one point, Shanmukh, I don't understand this point, explain. I'm happy to explain. But again, Shanmukh, what is TempDB? If you ask me from the beginning, it will be difficult for me. So just now we
No,
discussed
no.
TempDB will be used to store the temporary tables. This is clear, right? Microsoft designed, okay, master is for this purpose, model is for this purpose, MSDB is for this purpose, TempDB is for this purpose. So what is the purpose of
Okay.
TempDB? To store the temporary tables. This is clear, right? This
Yes.
is clear, right? So temporary tables in the sense how the temporary tables will be generated. Users will keep on accessing the SQL Server as per their requirement. Their actions are going to generate a temp tables. Correct. So you can say that why Shanmukh they are using temporary TempDB for that they can use main database, right? There is an importance for each and every database. Master importance is master is having. Model is model only. So in the same way to store these temporary tables we have TempDB. Okay. So if TempDB is corrupted, users cannot open the space. Now see here. Now I am executing one session. This session data will be stored temporarily in TempDB, guys. If TempDB itself is corrupted, I cannot open the session. I cannot run the queries. Why? Because these queries and all will be stored temporarily. These queries and all will be stored data temporarily based on your actions. If there is no TempDB, where I can store the data? You can say that.
Understood. Means users are trying to, if user tries to, I mean, get data from database, they will open in TempDB, right?
Correct. They will open the session. That session data will be stored in the TempDB. This is called one session. This is called one session. This white space is there, right? This query window, this is called one session. Whatever actions you are doing, this will be stored in the TempDB temporarily.
Yes, understood.
Okay. So now is it clear, guys? The use of the TempDB and model DB. If model is corrupted, can we start the SQL server or not? Is it clear, everyone? This is the important interview question. If model is corrupted, can we start the SQL server? This is the important question, interview question, guys. For sure, they will ask you on system databases and they will raise this point again. If model is database, can we start the SQL server or not? If you say yes or no, they will ask the reason why we can't start the SQL server. The reason is every time when you restart the SQL server, a new TempDB will be created. The TempDB will depends on model database. If model is not accessible, TempDB won't be created. If there is no TempDB, SQL Server won't be started. So if there is no model DB, SQL Server won't be started, guys. Clear?
So that means the master database and model and the TempDB, all three are interconnected
Important.
to each other.
No,
Each other.
master is separate. Model and TempDB both are like having dependency. Master is separate. Master will store all the SQL Server configurations, system related information, all the other databases related information and all. Yes, will be stored in the master. But especially for TempDB, it depends on model database. Very simple. TempDB, new TempDB will be created. While creating, where it has to create, in which location the files has to be created, what should be the initial size of the data file, what should be the initial size of the log file. So all these values it will get it from model. If model is not accessible, can it get all the values? If it can't get the values, can it create? SQL Server can create? No. So that's why model and TempDB interrelated each other. TempDB is depending on model. So if model is not there, TempDB won't be created. SQL Server is depending on TempDB. If TempDB is not there, SQL Server won't be started. Okay. Guys, are we good?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes.
Shanmugh, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
You said that TempDB will be get created based on the model, right?
Correct.
Let's say if we have put the model DB as 1 GB for data file and 512 MB for log file, even the TempDB will have the same characteristics?
Yes. Test it.
Okay.
Yes, answer is yes. You can test it. Just change the model database properties and restart the SQL Server and check the TempDB data file size and log file size.
Okay.
Okay. Right, guys?
Log file and hello.
Yeah, Anil, please.
Log files and TempDB both are same.
The log file, TempDB both are not same.
One transaction will be
See that it might be closer to each other. Log file also data will be stored temporarily. TempDB also data will be stored temporarily. Okay, but they are not close. Similar, both are going to do some actions are similar to that, but they are not same. Why? Because every database will have its own data file and log file. TempDB also will have its own data file and log file. Okay, other system databases also will have its own data file and log file. But the similar point here is log file also will store the data file. Log file also will store the data temporarily. TempDB also will store the data temporarily, and both are reusable only. Okay, your point is valid, but both are not same. Both are reusable only. When you restart the SQL Server, fresh TempDB will be created. In the same way, log file also it will be truncated every time once it's completed. There are some similar points, but both are not same. Okay. Guys, are we good now? Right.
Yep, Shanmugh.
Yeah, Shanmugh.
Okay. So let's go to the last system database, which is resource DB. Okay, resource DB. So a resource DB is also a very important system database. Okay, the first point is it's a hidden database. You cannot see resource database in the management studio. Then Shanmugh, how you are saying there is a resource database? Let's go to the location. This PC, C drive, program files, Microsoft SQL Server. 1 minute, guys, 1 minute. Right. Okay. So go to instance root directory, MS SQL. This is your data files and log files. Master database data file, log file you can see here. Model database data file and log file you can see here. Model database, model log file you can see. MSDB data file, MSDB log file you can see here. And what is the other system? The TempDB data file and TempDB log file also you can see here. But you cannot see resource database data file and log file here, right? You don't see nowhere you can see resource database and log data file and log file. Just go back once. There is a folder called bin_n folder. What is this, guys? Bin_n. Open this. If you go down slowly, you can see two separate files, guys. See here. MS SQL system resource, MS SQL system resource. Both are showing same name. How to identify which one is data file, which one is log file, guys? I told you one shortcut last time.
So here it's showing for data and log.
So the one that has
Target.
data in it is
Icon.
4960 KB.
That is what? Log file, huh?
That's a data file.
Very simple. If you see table here, that is a data file.
Table here, that's a data file.
If you see notepad kind of thing, that's a log file, guys. Okay. If you see table data file, if you see notepad kind of thing, that's a log file. Yeah. So if you just expand, you can see primary data file and transaction log file. So you can see here, this is your resource database data file and log file. But this is hidden in the management studio for safety. For extra security, it was hidden by Microsoft, so you don't see this database in the management studio. So what is this responsible for? This is responsible for patching, guys. Patching and upgradation. Upgradation. You see here, right? Let's go to here. What is this number? What is this number called? What is this number called?
Build number. Build number.
Build number. This information will be stored in the resource database. Build number information will be stored in the resource database, guys. When you are patching,
why is that like that, Sanu?
I'll tell you. When you are patching the SQL server, you are actually patching the resource database, guys. If you are applying patchings means you are actually patching the resource database. Why? Because the version of the SQL server will be stored in the resource database. The version of the SQL server will be stored in the resource database. So there is another definition is also there, like people generally will call it as master and resource, both are wife and husband kind of thing. Master and resource, both are wife and husband kind of thing. So whatever data is storing, apart from these points, whatever data that is being stored in the master, the same data will be stored in the resource physically. Physically in the sense, in the master, the data will be stored logically. The same kind of data will be stored in the resource DB physically. The logins information, other database data files, log files information, whatever data that is stored in the master. So master will store it logically, but physically the resource database will store all the details, guys. So that is the importance of the resource database. Mainly resource database is a hidden database. Build number kind of thing, version, the SQL Server version information will be stored in the resource database. Resource database is responsible for patching and upgradation. When you patch and upgrade, the resource database version will be changed. So as it is so sensitive version and all, that's why it was hidden database. So if this is also corrupted, SQL Server won't be started, guys. So they separated the database files, resource database files from the regular path, as it is so sensitive database, guys. So that is the use of the resource database. Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, master stores it in a logical format, but the
Correct.
physical. Okay.
Correct. Will be stored in the resource database. So that's why master and resource both are wife and husband kind of thing, or else girlfriend and boyfriend kind of thing, guys. Okay.
Then I don't know how SQL Server works.
Why?
It's very difficult usually.
Then only it will work. That's how the working is.
Okay. Yeah.
Both should be there to work, right? So that's why it will work. Okay. Yeah. Fine, guys. Right. This is how the system databases will manage the data. Okay. This is how the system databases will make sure the SQL Server up and running because of their functionalities. Okay. This is the importance of all the system databases, guys. Now, there is a quick question. Sometimes if you go for more than 8 years of experience interviews, they will ask this question. When you start SQL Server, in which order system databases will start? Guess it, guys. Type your answers in the chat. Type your answers in the chat quickly. If it is master, type master, then model, whatever it is. Okay, whatever you want to give the order ranking out of 5 system databases. Give the order in which order the system database. You know the importance of each system database so that you can guess it. Just so type your answers in the chart in which order these system databases will start. First which database, next which database, like that. Type your answers in the chart quickly, guys. Direct message to me. I mean, don't type 1111. Please type in a single answer. Manju typed master. Next, I have to search previous answers. Huh? Kasturi also. Type in a single answer in which order all the system databases will start. Unfortunately, a lot of people are forgetting wife and husband. They are separating them.
Resource master not 10. And
Mm, mm, mm. After you send message in the WhatsApp also. Right, Dana? Okay, very good, Berhane. Very good. Right, okay. So that's okay. 1 minute. Okay, I'll see that later. Right, chalo. I'm happy, guys, but some of the answers again, okay, you are missing a very basic points. Not sure. Let me go and check from the beginning. Jig, 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 jig. Okay. Almost all are answered. I'm happy, guys. Interaction is more in this batch. Okay, done. So Anil said master temp model MSDB. You forgot about wife, Anil. Okay. Manasa master model TempDB MSDB. Again, you forgot about husband. Kasturi resource DB. Josh TempDB model master. Ram master resource model temp. Very good, Ram. Okay. And you forgot about MSDB. Pallavi master model TempDB resource and MSDB. So you separated, Pallavi, you separated wife and husband, girlfriend and boyfriend. It's not good, Pallavi. Chandana, master resource model TempDB MSDB. Master, very good, Chandana. Perfect. Correct answer. Right. Vamshi, master TempDB model MSDB resource. Yes, Vamshi. Master, then TempDB. After master, TempDB will start. Then model DB will start. So now tell me, Vamshi, what is the use of the model DB? Not about Vamshi. Okay,
No, I got it.
sorry, Vamshi.
I got my mistake. Sorry. I got my mistake. Yeah. It
Okay.
has to be model first, then temp.
Very good. Okay. Venkat, resource, master, model, temp. Okay, Venkat. Again, okay. Sharanu, master, model, MSDB, TempDB. Okay, Sharanu, but MSDB is optional, right? You can keep it at the ending. Okay, so temp after model, TempDB you can mention. Raviteja, master, Prasad, master, resource, model, TempDB. Prasad, very good, Prasad. Suresh, master, resource, model, temp. Very good, Suresh. Shankat, model, temp, master. Oh, model, temp, master. Shankat, if master is not starting, how it knows other system databases, guys? Shankat. So that is the wrong answer. Suresh Babu. Master, temp. Again, Suresh Babu, Chalamala, same wrong. Okay, TempDB, it is starting first, then model, which is completely wrong. First, it should start model. Based on the model only, TempDB will be started. Okay, Venkat Ambati, resource master, model, MSDB temp. Okay, Dimitri, master TempDB, model, MSDB, master TempDB. Again, Dimitri, you are saying TempDB will start first. Is TempDB will start first? On what basis it will start, Dimitri?
Yeah, I got my mistake.
Right. Deepak, master, resource, temp. Again, Deepak, wrong answer. Wrong answer. This is the mistake people will do. Temp will start first. It can't start first without model, guys. You give order. See, if you put resource at any place, no issues. Master at any place, no issues. But the basic point is, without model, can I start temp? No, right? So first, always model has to come. Then after model, then it will follow with the temp. Resource, master, temp. Again, Manjunath, same mistake. Shibin, resource, master, model, temp. Okay. Pooja, master, model, temp DB, resource. Suresh Babu, master, resource, temp DB. Again, in the second answer also same mistake. Okay. And Satish Jadhav, master, temp DB. Okay. Shalem, master, resource. Satish Babu, wrong answer. Huh? Shalem, master, resource, model, MSDB. Okay. Somewhat better, Salim. Okay, Pallavi, master resource model TempDB MSDB. Very good, Pallavi. And Ajay Jasti, master TempDB. Wrong. Okay, Ajay. So it's a wrong. TempDB is starting after master, which is completely wrong. Berhane, master resource model TempDB. Very good, Berhane. Forget MSDB. Kasturi. Master MSDB model resource. Finally, TempDB. Kasturi. Last answer is the wrong answer. Right. Fine, no issues. Okay, so as you know that master is very important, master is crucial, master knows all the other system databases, master knows the SQL Server configurations, logins information. So without master, we can't start the SQL Server. First, master will start. Wife and husband, you cannot separate. A lot of people are separating boyfriend and girlfriend. Don't do that. After master, the next important system database is resource DB, then resource, then your model database. Without model, we can't start TempDB, right? Then first model and then TempDB. Finally, optional system database, which is MSDB, guys. This is the correct order. Okay. Yep. Right. Now, gotcha. Database IDs, last concept. Okay. Very simple. 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. We'll wrap up. Database IDs. Each object will have ID in the SQL Server. Each object will have ID. Database will have database ID. Table will have object ID. So like that, database IDs will be there. Sometimes in the interest, they will ask you, what is the master ID, master database ID? What is the model database ID, TempDB ID, MSDB ID and all. Now guess the master database ID. It will start with 1. It will start with 1.
1.
Master.
Yeah, 1.
Okay, 1. Next.
TempDB.
MSDB.
Resource.
MSDB 2.
Okay. Next. MSDB 2. How come? Who said MSDB 2? If you said other database, that's
Manjuna.
okay. I don't. Manju, how it will be 2? Tell me. Is it that much important system database?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't remember, sir, but
No, that's okay. If you don't remember also, that's fine. But ranking you are giving now. So based on the importance of the system databases, you will give the rankings, right? So MSDB is that much important when compared to other system databases?
no,
No,
sir.
right. Before MSDB, lot of other system databases are there. So now tell me, what is the
Model DB.
okay?
2.
Resource.
Resource.
Next.
I think resource is 5, sir. I think. But
Okay.
let's slide.
Resource. What is the idea of resource? Don't tell your answer if you know that. Okay. So what is the idea of resource?
32767.
Oh, Chandana, I told you right. Okay, fine. So resource database ID is 32767, guys. Okay, these are the IDs after master. TempDB is very crucial. You can argue with me. So Shanmukh, you said resource, right? Wife and husband, why you are separating, right? That's okay, but okay. Ranking wise, this is hidden. You cannot see in the SQL Server Management Studio. So that's why they gave the rank as 32,767. Okay, so that you can see at the end. I'll show you where we can see the resource database ID, and say I'll show you now itself. Okay, then go to SQL Server. You can use one command called sp_helpdb. Helpdb will help you to see all the databases information. Okay. Right, you can see, right, master, the ID is 1. You can just grab this column like this, master ID 1. Okay, next after master, TempDB ID 2, model ID 3, MSDB ID 4. Where is resource database? You cannot see here. There is a command for that. Select star from sys.sysalt files. Very simple commands, guys. Small commands only. Don't worry. Going forward, you will get to know all these things. Very simple. If you go down, see here, database IDs. There is a column called the database ID column. Okay. And if you see the path, for other databases, you can say IPL log, SRH log. But for resource, it is not showing resource database, data file, and log file. Then how to identify whether this is a resource database or not? Just double click on this column. We can see the file name. Can you see the file name?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
resource database ID is not 5. 5 means user databases will start from 5. See, Dell production we created first. How the ranking will be given based on your creation. Based on your first I created Dell production. Immediately I created InstaSales. Then I created IPL. Then I created SRH. The ranking will be given accordingly. So the final resource database, you can see here MS SQL system resource.mdf, MS SQL system resource.ldf. The DB ID is 32,767. The last database. Okay. So these are the important interview questions from the system databases, guys. That's it for now. We'll connect in the evening. We'll discuss other things. Okay. Evening 7 p.m. IST. Chalo. Okay. Thank you, guys. And if you want to remember shortcut, master, you know that master is very important. So master, you know that 1. Okay. Now, model MSDB, MSDB. How many characters are there? 4. Right? Correct, guys? So
Yes.
MSDB ID is 4. Side by side it will come. So if MSDB is 4, a model will be 3. The next important database TempDB, if you want, you can remember like this. And final resource, of course, you will remember this. Master, you know that 1. And master, after master, you don't get any M. Then model and MSDB. So MTMM, if you want, MTMM, you can remember. MTMM. Master model, master temp model and MSDB. MSDB 4 characters are there, so the ID will be no. It's not like that, but just to remember blindly, I'm just giving you a small hint. Okay, chalo guys, that's it for all. Okay, that's it for now. We'll connect in the evening at 7 p.m. IST. Thank you all. Bye.
See you, Shan.
Thank you, Shanmugh.
Thank you,
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Thank you.
As the Indian man gets bad sense. As the idea with you get that now.
Dimitri, what
As
happened?
the man, it takes us small. Hey, I told someone.